Good morning to you, good morning. What is it today? It's the 15th of September 2020. And, well, the sun is shining brightly. And of course, as we approach autumn, the sun gets lower in the sky and sort of dazzles us a bit. Oh, I suppose I could have changed gear there, but oh well. The sun gets lower as we approach autumn. It's promising today to be another warm day, but the 15th of September, it's a day that different people celebrate different things. I was explaining to my new neighbours that the 15th, or perhaps the Sunday following the 15th of September, is a day that the British remember the Battle of Britain. And I got sort of blank looks, and I explained that it was the battle fought in the skies over southern England, very much in the part of England that I was born in and brought up in. For the British, it's quite an important day. There are other things to celebrate today, and in the mornings I have a quick look at what we could be celebrating. Some of you will know that it's the day that many churches around the world, not all, but many, will commemorate Our Lady of Sorrows. One of the great Marian traditions, when people are invited to think about what Mary, the mother of Jesus, went through seeing her son on the cross. So I'm going to set you all a challenge. Several parts to this challenge. The first is go to your computers. Well, you're already on your computers, and research the contemplative prayer. And my Latin is terrible, but here goes: the Stabat Mater, or Stabat Mater, depending what school you went to, and read it. Now, if you research it properly, you will find it both in Latin and in English, or French, or German, or whatever it is according to where you live. And I challenge you to read it and think about it, and spend a little bit of time with that wonderful, wonderful prayer. Anyway, I'm going to negotiate my way past this tractor and trailer once the white line in the middle breaks, bearing in mind we're about to run into the town of Martizay, and there's a junction, there's a car joining from the left. I think I might just follow this one through the town. Well, this is our kind of traffic problem, and you can't complain about it because this is a rural area. The pleasure of living here is that it's in a rural area, and you know, that is what this part of the world is all about. Now, continuing your French lessons, for all those of you that want to work in France, Cheville Nylon à frapper. Ah, right, okay. These are, you know, you drill your hole in the wall, you drill your hole through the bit of whatever it is you want to fix to the wall, and then you frap them, you hit them. Drives them in with a hammer, un marteau. Interestingly, they had plastic packets like this of 20 for €3.68, or they had 20 in a box for €4.20. So I picked up the ones in the plastic bag. It just seemed sensible. Yeah, and what we're going to be doing, we're going to be putting some skirting boards in. Well, it's nice to show off that which is done. What have we got here? This is the stud wall for the bathroom. Beginning to acquire bits and pieces of ephemera. What have we got here? Well, we've got a knife grinder, and yep, I've already shown you that. I've shown you this at some time in the past, and at some time in the future I will replace those horrible steel crosshead screws with some nice domed head brass ones, but that got it out of the way, and you're feeling all sort of proud and chuffed with how much great progress you've made, and you're working on skirting boards, and you think, before I do that bit of skirting board, I really ought to investigate the crack in the plaster. Now, the crack was less than 1 millimetre wide, but a 1 millimetre wide crack in plaster often conceals a darker story, so you rattle it about a bit with an hammer, or even one of those hammers, and a chisel. I've been trying to teach my new friends that it's not an hammer, it's a hammer. Well, you know, it's an hammer, isn't it? Yeah, and I need to do something more than just push plaster in. I think I need to mix some, I'm actually going to use I'm not going to use show on this job, I'm going to use some of that colle de carrelage, I think, just to put a base in there before I plaster over it. But yeah, you know, 1 step forward, 3 steps back, or something like that. But I thought I ought to ask a second opinion. Should I be mixing any sort of concrete when it's that hot? And the answer really is no. No, it will dry and shrink too quickly. So that's a job for the cool of the morning.